Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. My name is Ririn. I'm from class 4B English Education Study Program at Muhammadiyah University of Bengkulu. The Honorable, the judges, the Honorable ladies and gentlemen. Today, we will start debating with this motion about this House would ban political campaign through social media. And let's start with affirmative side. I claim in the use of social media, many unscrupulous individuals misuse information networks that are published to the public so that they appear black campaigns. What is social media? Social media is an online media where users through internet-based applications. And then, what is black campaigns? The reason black campaigns involve the media as intermediaries to deliver messages that are actually outside of political ethics. Black campaigns or terminology black campaigns can be interpreted as a campaign in an evil way carried out to bring down political opponents with issues, writings, or images that are not accordant with the facts in order to harm and bring down others. In the perspective of political ethics, legally black campaigns are part of the campaign that is prohibited in act. As affirmed in the Article 484 of Law Number 10/2008 concerning election of president and vice president, it is stated that the campaign rules are prohibited, which prohibits a number of campaigns as follows. The first, the campaign must be questioned the preamble to 1945 Constitution, and then the campaign must not be conducted that endangers the integrity of the Unitary Republic of Indonesia. And then, the campaign must not be carried out by insulting someone, race, ethnicity, religion, class of candidates, or other election participants. And then instigating and pitting individuals or communities, disrupting public order, threatening to commit violence or advocating the use of force on a person, group of community members, and or other election contestants. And then damaging and or eliminating props for the election contesting campaign, using government facilities, place of worship, and place of education, and then bring or use picture marks and or other attributes other than the image marks and or attributes of the relevant election contestants. And then last, promising or giving money or other material to campaign participants. The sophistication and ease of technology make black campaigns also easier to do. As happened some time ago, a social media has preached a black campaigns that befuddle Jokowi's candidates with the contents of a Jokowi photo content that reads, "Rip, Insinyur Herbertus Joko Widodo. In the content also written colleagues who also mourn, such as PDIP General Chair Megawati Soekarno Putri. This example is one part of the Black campaign, that do not reflect political ethics by utilizing social networks to spread bad issues to bring down each other in political opponents. For other example is the Indonesian National Police and the Election Oversight Body or Bawaslu are handling a number of cases ahead of the 2019 elections. The most recent case, 3 women who allegedly carried out a black campaign against presidential candidate number 1, Joko Widodo. In the video that circulates, the 3 were suspected of conveying information if Joko Widodo was elected. There would be no more call to prayer and legalizing same-sex marriage. The police follow up on this case and have named all 3 of them as suspects. Black campaigns will be very dangerous if the media use social media. The reason is that social media is now very easy to access. If the upcoming presidential election or black campaigns is in the form of social media, the attack will be even worse, he said. For this reason, he said the police must strongly investigate who was behind the spread of hate speech, said political observer Pangi Sharwi Chaniago when contacted by Media Indonesia on Saturday. Foxpol Center Executive Director. Black campaigns can be considered as an abuse of campaigns through social networks. So that we conclude, campaigns through social media also have a negative impact on the spread of negative political issues that bring down one another and do not educate the public. So, in practice, special arrangements must still be needed to regulate activities in the campaigning through social media. This kind of thing can also be called a hoax. The definition of hoax, according to the Oxford Dictionary that we access through the English Oxford Living Dictionary page, is funny or mean fraud. While hoax, according to the Big Indonesian Dictionary, were conveyed which we accessed through the Language Development and Development Board website, the Ministry of Education and Culture of Republic of Indonesia, meaning false news. Is a hoax a criminal act? The term hoax or hoax is not well known in Indonesia laws and regulations, but there are some regulations related to hoax news. The following explanation. First, Article 28, Paragraph 1 of Law Number 11/2008 concerning information and electronic transactions was approved, which has been amended by Law Number 19/2016 concerning amendments to Law Number 11/2008 concerning information and electronic transactions. announcing the distribution of hoax news in electronic media or including social media, states anyone intentionally and without the right to report false and misleading news that frees customers in electronic transactions. Okay, enough from affirmative side and thank you. Okay, thank you for the affirmative side for the opinion. And now I'm from negative side. I will rebut your opinion. I claim I agree if the campaign is carried out through social media because it can provide positive things such as establishing personal connections to many people at one time. Cory Booker, mayor of Newark, New Jersey, population 280,000, has more than 1.1 million followers on Twitter. His figure is known to be ambitious in utilizing social networks. This mayor has successfully established personal connection with tens of thousands of people. Although not all candidates are able to utilize social media widely, Booker's success story illustrates one of Twitter's and Facebook's most powerful features, namely quick access to several targets as well as campaign media. In Indonesia, our president, Mr. Joko Widodo, also has many followers on his Instagram account with 32.5 million followers as of June 8, 2020. People want to be heard. Social media gives them space to voice their opinions directly to those they are aiming for candidates. The public also wants to share things that are meaningful to them, as well as patterns to influence opinions. And again, with social media, all of those things become possible. When a politician reaches the individual directly, the connection with the public and constitutions become tighter than a handshake when campaigning. Social media used as a political communication strategy is a relatively new and become a hot phenomenon until now. For example, the most highlight was when the political campaign of the President of the United States of America, Barack Obama, and his success team in 2008 used new media to disseminate information about campaigns, programs, and activities in order to garner sympathy and support of American society at the time. In Indonesia, the use of social media as a means of political communication was most prevalent when the presidential election of the Republic of Indonesia in 2014. The rise of social media in cyberspace in the 2014 presidential election campaign is related to the increasing number of internet users in this country. A study by Indonesia Internet Service Providers Association found internet users in Indonesia increased by around 20 until 30% to 80 million people at the end of 2013. This means that growth reached 33.3%. Variants of social media that are growing in and are in great demand are Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, YouTube, and so on. If traditional media use print and broadcast media, then social media use the internet. Thus, social media as means of communication has the role of bringing people or users to actively participate by contributing and feedback openly, both to share information and provide online responses in a fast time. Not just for communications. Research through social media produce large amounts of data and information every day. When the campaign team is able to gather a lot of information from the audience, then able to study it well, it will produce a map and strategy program that can be used as valuable campaign material. For example, that is used in election campaigns to socialize the vision and mission and work programs of a candidate, or even in the 2019 election yesterday. In cases, social media used as an event to promote the pair of candidates for president and legislative candidates. Social media as a political communication strategy is a new alternative and has become a warm phenomenon until now. As quoted by Carta Politica, it states that information on social media influences respondents in determining their choice during the upcoming 2019 general election. From the survey, 24.4% of respondents said social media was very influential on their choice, and 37.8% said it was quite influential. For the growth of social media users, Indonesia is the third largest country with a growth rate of 23% or 24 million users in the past year. And the fact with the increasing number of users of social media, in the end has brought new competition for political parties and candidates in the 2019 elections. And here are 3 tips for carrying out an effective political campaign according to Wahyu Wihoho. The first, improve persona in terms of branding and emphasize and strength and expertise of individuals. In order to stand out, branding strategies must sound and look different. The second, make a clear plan for the issue you want to raise. The public wants to hear you over several solutions, not just to understand the problem. And the most important tips is 3. Plans and strategies will be memorable if you choose the right communication channel. Choose the channel used by majority of your audience. Is the social media. The presence of social media as a campaign media guides the public to be smarter in responding to exciting political issues by upholding political ethics as a mirror of a virtuous society in the age of the world and loving peace. Okay, enough from negative side, and thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.